and welcome to this series of case studies and experiments using PicoScope. That's PicoScope software and also NVH as well, so that's in the Pico Diagnostic software. It really follows cases that I feel no other tool would have got us out of trouble, would have helped us diagnose conclusively what the problem was. In some cases, you don't end up with a diagnosis. You know exactly the depth of repair required, and to actually repair is beyond economical repair. Nevertheless, you've got that evidence that stops those awful incidents happening where it's an awkward discussion or it just becomes a scrap vehicle. In most cases, or it can be that is the case. Okay, NVH and the time domain, suspension knock. Hopefully this video will play. Let's just see. Yep. I hope you heard the knock, the rattle. I'll do that once more. So this was a really annoying rattle, and one of those rattles that was so loud and so positive you'd think that you would put your head underneath the vehicle and you would see something falling off. Not the case. Well, first of all, we apply accelerometers around the suspension and we use the time domain of NVH. You'll see here that I've got an accelerometer on the near side front lower suspension arm on channel A. Channel B, we've got a microphone aimed at the near side front hub, and channel C, we've got near side front track control arm. Now actually they are accelerometers, but I've set them as microphones. This is purely a cheat that we use in NVH, which enables you to listen to playback from the accelerometers within the software rather than having to export it first and then listen to it as a .wav file. So going on those three images, looking at amplitude and the density of the signal, it would appear that the near side front track control arm, channel C, green, seems to have the most activity, and this appears that at the exact time that you roll into the gully and generate the knocking noise. However, there is a better tool for this, because using PicoScope we can do so much more. We can zoom in on the signal and we can then bring out time rulers, which we can't do in NVH at the moment. So this is the exact same measurement, driving over the same gully, generating the same rattle, but notice on the left hand side here, which accelerometer is the first responder. The first responder is channel C, green. Green is connected to track control arm. Now, rather than relying on amplitude and density, we're simply looking for the first responding accelerometer, because that will be the one that is closest to the source of the noise. And in this case, it was the track control arm. It was the actual joint itself, which I'd never heard a joint rattle like this. I've heard them knock, I've heard them click, but not give a repetitive rattle. Just a note, I've actually bonded washers to this track control arm here so that we can attach our accelerometers to the aluminium arm. So it's no more than a Loctite. Even superglue will do this. Accelerometer positioned accordingly, and then you'll get your data right back from the source. I'm not sure whether you can see in the images, but we've got the ball and cup removed from this joint here. And we can see the witness marks where the ball, as well, you can see there was no lubricant, looking at the corrosion and how it's picked up, but it's pushed through the outer nylon coating, the nylon socket, and embossed itself or embedded itself into the aluminium wall of the socket. So there lies our rattle. Why was it a repetitive rattle? I can only think it was the bound and rebound from the bush. So we've got the large bushes here at the track control arm that as we rode over the gully, the bush would do this, which would ultimately knock inside the ball joint. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and any questions, please send them over, and we'll endeavour to answer them as ever. All right, take care.